What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to week number 4 of this community stream series that we've been doing. I hope you guys have had a good day. I've had kind of a weird day. Not only is it cold in this place, but I spent most of my time indoors in this house today because my youngest 10-month-old son had pink eye, and so I got to hang out with him. It's weird. Pink eye is a weird thing because he's totally fine. He's like not feeling bad or anything, but he can't go anywhere. Can't go to daycare at the very least. So I got to hang out with my son today, which was kind of cool. He's grown up a lot, so that's what I did today. What about you guys? Tell me in the comments below, or tell me in the chat, what did you guys do today? Hopefully it was a good day. All right, here's the plan, because there's a lot of stuff going on in this one. All right, number one, the very first thing we're going to do is look at a turn 4 win condition, turn 4 lethal with Chwinga and Flying Car and Resurrection, courtesy of, and if I pronounce your name wrong, L'Oreal, is it, well, I'm just going to say Joseph because I know how to pronounce that. Mr. Burrell, any of those names work? He submitted this to me and I liked it a lot, so we'll look at that. After that, we are going to probably just go straight into the super rare rankings, because I feel like we can probably plow through that sooner than we can the last segment, which is our very first community build suggested by a couple of people last week. We're building off of Soulmonger, which is really kind of a hard thing to build off of. Yeah, that one's going to be interesting. And we'll do that in a couple of different ways. I posted online, if you hadn't seen it, we're submitting cards, just a bunch of cards, whatever you think you would put on a team with Soulmonger. We're going to submit that. I keep hitting this mic thing. It's not in the normal place because I have everything scooted over so I can show you the mat right here. So I apologize if I just keep whacking this thing, what that does to the mic. We're going to submit all of these cards to this document on Google Forms, right? I'm going to look at all of them all together. We'll all look at them. And then we'll kind of separate any cards that show up multiple times and set those aside as yeses. And then we'll talk about what we want to put around that. So, we'll need a trigger for Soulmonger. I guess Soulmonger, like we'll need a KO trigger. We'll need, pieces around like evil characters and that sort of thing. So that's what we will look at here in a moment. But the very first thing we're going to do is pop on over, if I can. I'm going to transition away so that you can't see me, so that I can adjust this camera to face it downward. I have little sections on my desk marked so that I can see where to put the camera, and then I just aim it down and it should work. Or I just bump a bunch of stuff and it doesn't work at all, one of the two. How's everyone's Monday going? How was work for everyone? This is probably just going to have to be how it is. I think we can all live with this. This is weird. It's just like over more. All right, now I'm going to get the microphone out of the way. I'm going to push it onto this side so you can kind of see that here. And pow. All right, so here we go with this 4-turn lethal. This is a fun one. It only uses 3 cards. You really only need Flying Car and Chwinga. This is the common Chwinga. Common Chwinga, and I will try to hold it up to the camera, but I don't think it'll focus. Let's find out. Common Chwinga. I'm sorry I don't have the non-foil one. Look how fancy I am. Has Swarm, which is great. It's a 1-cost bolt character, which is very, very cool. And it has the ability text that says if it is level 2 or 3, it must attack each turn, if able. And so basically we're going to kill our opponents with a bunch of these little guys. Flying Car, uncommon. Goes onto a card when you play it. I'll see if I can get it close without it freaking out. Nope, it won't focus. So I'll read it to you. It's a 4-cost action from the Deadpool set, and it says place this die on one of your character cards. It is still in the field zone, so it can be affected, the die, talking about Flying Car. When you field that character, all copies of that character get +2 attack until the end of the turn. And the interesting thing about this is it stacks onto itself if you field multiple characters, which is what we're planning on doing. And then we have Resurrection, and you could use Resurrection or any global that allows you to draw and prep, right? So the way that this goes starts with 4 dice going second, and what we're looking to do is roll 4 energy, and that's not 4 energy. So we're looking to roll 4 energy, one of them being a shield, in order to pick up on turn 1 our Flying Car. Okay, so flying car is going to go here. All these dice are going to move downward. Yeah, I said it. Downward into the used pile for all those people that like the used pile up there. Forget you. I'm sorry if that offended. And then on the second turn, we're looking to get 1 shield and 3 bolts because we want to be able to resurrect and buy 3 Chwingas. Right now I see 0 bolts and, you know, like 1 bolt / 1 shield and a bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. So obviously shaking this all up. And there are ways to increase the efficiency of this. So like, for example, if we brought the Merlin Global and the sidekick all of a sudden becomes a bolt. This question mark obviously is a bolt. Let's pretend that this fist rolled a bolt. Okay, so we have 3 bolts for 3 Chwingas and we have 1 resurrection. But we're going to resurrect first so that we guarantee that we're rolling this because we want to roll all of these guys at the same time. And then once we've guaranteed, let's just pretend that this comes out of our bag. Right now, inside of our bag are these 4 dice, so I'm going to put them down here. We're going to buy 1, 2, 3, 3 Chwingas. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to separate the Chwingas into 1 column so that you can kind of see, because it's very tough. They're both white dice. Very tough to see what is what. There. Cool. And then we guaranteed our roll because we used resurrection on turn 2. A very, very cool tactic that you can do with every team as long as you have the correct number of dice in your bag after that first turn. So we're going to roll all these up. We're looking to land the car, and we're looking to buy and res. And 2 sidekicks would be pretty good here too. So re-rolling this stuff because we're looking to get the car on the action face and getting a bunch of sidekicks. We have the car. These energy don't matter because what we need to do is use the car, put it on Chwinga because Chwinga's going to get super buff. We are going to buy our 4th and final, hello phone, thank you, buy our 4th and final Chwinga, and then we're going to resurrect. And this is where, you know, if all of this wasn't lucky enough, you know, if everything before this point wasn't lucky enough, now we have to get even luckier because we have to have, you know, something in prep because of the resurrection. And this stuff isn't going to matter. Talking about ways you could optimize this team, not only could you put energy fixers on here, you could also slap on another global that allows you to prep. So if we would have used Villainous Pact first and then used Resurrection, then we would have 1 more die sitting in prep. But that's just stuff to do on top because the combo still works as long as you draw another 3 Chwingas so you can roll all 4 plus 1 sidekick. So at this point, again, if you hadn't had to be lucky enough already, now we're looking for all 4 Chwingas on level 1, and right now we don't have that. Energy doesn't matter because all 4 Chwingas on level 1 are 0 1s, which is pretty funny. We got 2 of them. Let's pretend that we had Parallax on our team. We're going to pay to Parallax. Oh, look, we got it. Hooray. 1, 2. Now this is where things get all interesting and painful for your opponent because when we field the first Chwinga, flying car's buff goes off. Our first Chwinga gets +2 attack, so he's a 2-1 instead of a 0-1. When we field our second Chwinga, this Chwinga that was just fielded is a 2-1 because it gets the +2. This one gets an additional +2, so now this one is 4-1 and this one's a 2-1. Then we field a third one, and we get, this one's now +6 attack, +4 attack, +2 attack. You see where this is going. +8 attack, +6 attack, +4 attack, +2 attack. So if we think about that in math, these both equal 10. 8 + 2, 6 + 4 = 10. So now, on turn 4, we have 4 tiny little guys that are actually 4 giant dudes that deal exactly 20 damage. No more, no less. That's all you needed. So that is how you can kill someone in 4 turns if you're really lucky and they field no characters and you have Chwinga on your team and Flying Car. Pretty cool. I like that one a lot. That one's a lot of fun. It's very easy, right? Very easy to see your way through. The fact that you only need 3 pieces, 1 ramp and 2 characters makes that a really approachable, really easy to do and build around combo. And you don't have to go for the 4-turn kill with these pieces, but I think that's certainly a workable team. So thank you for submitting that, sir. Now let's pop back over to this screen so I can reset this stuff and make it a little more comfortable because right now it's kind of uncomfortable. Let's put this camera back over here. Let's raise it back up, pointing it at myself. Something to that effect. Hey. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my son's awake and he's sad. All right, let's pop back over. Sweet. So that's the turn 4 lethal submitted by Mr. L'Oreal Joseph Burrell. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm sorry. Because there's like a French thing to it, right? Is that wrong? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to move on to the part that I find really, really interesting, and that's all getting together and ranking cards. Okay, so we are talking about Tomb of Annihilation. Let's pop over here. Tomb of Annihilation, and we're going to look at all 8 of them really fast. Okay, first one up is Doppelganger, a 3-cost mask character that basically just copies something on the board of equal or lower level to it, to Doppelganger. And he gets all of their namesakes. He gets the stats, the subtitle, affiliation, abilities. Pretty cool. The remaining copy, they remain copies until another character die is selected or you no longer have any active. Nothing weird happens with this one. The uncommon has a weird little thing at the end. But basically, this is a 3-cost whatever you want, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have, let's jump over to it. To transition. Next up, we have Kirsabal. Kirsabal is kind of a weird one. Kirsabal says, move up to 2 NPC dice from your used pile to the field zone on their question mark side. They are considered 3A, 3D little guys. Character dice, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Arakokra, something like that. Testing. Oh my gosh, are we back? Did we die that hard? I think we died, guys, but I think we're back. Here we are. How did that go down? Shouldn't have tried to pronounce the name. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, tell me yes or no in the chat. I have it on like low latency, so that I knew that would create some weirdness. Are we coming through on your end? Do you see Ring of Winter and all that? Because from what I can tell, it sounds and looks like I'm doing okay. But, you know, I think I died for a second. Just for a moment. All right, good. So that guy said, yeah, we're back. Sweet. Okay, sorry about that. I have this set to ultra low latency, meaning I can see almost exactly when you comment. So there's like no lag, and everything that you're hearing is very similar to what is being, or the timing is very similar. Cool. All right, so I was leaving off with Kirsabal, and I said that it's a pretty interesting card. I like the fact that you make little 3/3s and pop them out there for basically just 4, which is pretty cool. 2 bodies, 2 3/3 bodies for 4. You can do some stuff with that. All right, on to Ring of Winter, which is an amazing card. Allows you to pull dragons and pop them on their level 3. And that's very powerful because dragons in general are very powerful. And the global is even more powerful because it allows you to discount 6 costs down 2 for which is a net 1, which is kind of a bummer. The fact that you use it once per turn is also kind of a bummer, but it's still very, very strong, and you can do a lot of stuff with this card. The fact that it costs 2 as well is very cool. So I'm a fan of that one. I'm definitely a fan of that one. All right, next up, click the Staff of the Forgotten One. I just made a video about this one. I love the Staff of the Forgotten One. So if you didn't watch that video, it says it's a 3-cost fist action that says until the end of the turn, when an opposing character die is damaged, KO it. And then on the burst phase, so 33% of the time that you're rolling this, it says also until the end of the turn, if you KO 2 or more character dice, prep 2 dice from your bag. So it's a one-sided danger room. Uncommon danger room basically does this exact same thing. Uncommon danger room does last over your opponent's turn, if I remember correctly. Cool thing about this one, though, is it provides a little tiny smidgen of ramp, which is nice. Moving over to, oh, that's way too many. That's not that many, guys. This one, the Soulmonger. Soulmonger is a 3-cost mask action, which is interesting. This is the one we're going to build around. At the end of the turn, move each of your evil character dice that were KO'd this turn to your field zone at level 3 on the burst phase, so 1/6 of the time. Also deal 2 damage to your target opponent for each character die moved to the field zone this way. So you're not always getting that damage. In fact, you're very rarely getting that damage, but the damage is a little icing on the cake, you know, for anything that gets KO'd. There's some stuff to do with this one. I have a particular combo in mind. It's pretty terrible, but it works. in a pinch. So moving on to number 6, one of the cooler ones in my opinion as well is Triceratops. The super rare Triceratops is a 4-cost little guy here. He says while he's active, when an opponent fields a level 1 character die, deal damage to that die equal to the attack of your highest active Triceratops character die with the highest attack. That was the worst way to read that possible. With deal damage to the equal to the attack of your active Triceratops with the highest attack. So if you get your guy on level 3, you're dealing 6 every time they field a level 1 character, and that is KOing most level 1 characters, including the big drops like 7s. You're KOing 7s and 8s because usually their stat line starts at 6/6 or something like that. So this has a lot of utility on the level 1s. Now it doesn't do anything to level 2 and level 3. So there's that, but level 1, there it is. All right, and finally, not finally, what am I saying? We still have to talk about Vilandra. Vilandra Shadow Mantle. She is a 6-cost mask villain person. She's got a nice little buff stat line on the defensive side. She has Energy Drain 2, and so if you don't know what Energy Drain is, it is a keyword I think only found in D&D. And when your die that has Energy Drain is engaged with another die, before they deal damage to each other, the opponent spins down their die levels equivalent to the number on your Energy Drain. So in other words, if Vilandra is out blocking something, or if she's out attacking and something is blocking her, the die that she's engaged with spins down twice, down to their level 1 before they deal damage. So she has an extreme staying power, which is cool. On top of that, she has this really cool ability that says while she's active, opposing non-evil character dies, which is most everything in the game, get -1/-1. So that's going to KO every sidekick before they kind of settle in and come on out. It's going to deal 1 to everything, or just like drop everything by 1. So she has extreme staying power, which is very, very cool. And last but not least, there's Yanti. Okay, we don't need to talk about that one. I mean, come on, right? There's nothing to talk about with Yanti. So let's just move on to the ranking portion. Let's begin, shall we? All right, so first up, I'm going to post in the comments the link, the straw poll link that I hastily created because I forgot to create this earlier in the week. Here is the place to vote on what you think Doppelganger is. Did someone say number 5? Get out of here. Are you going to... don't throw. Come on, don't throw. So go and tell me what you think Doppelganger ranks. I have these all ranked out. I did this morning while my son was playing. Oh, that's cute. All right, so I have this on my phone. Let me pull this up really quick. Close. And I'm kind of happy with the rankings that I got, or that I created. Search, super rares, Tomb of Annihilation. So what I did, and this is something that you guys could do if you're like me, or if you're interested. If you have an Android phone, let me switch over to, there we go, so I can see that you can see. I have, what is this? Transition Zone. I couldn't think of the name. I have Transition Zone pulled up. I just searched for all of the super rares and Tomb of Annihilation, and then in the spot that says, how many cards that you have of each, I think that's the card slot, I just put the number that I ranked them, which makes it very easy. So I can just go to the list, look right here, and then see that I voted that one, and hit vote. Boom. It looks like we got some people voted already. Sweet. And before, I'm not going to sit here and show all of these back to back to back so that we can kind of keep cruising through, because I have a feeling that we're going to get bogged down a little bit in the team building portion, unless we're just terrible. Unless we're just terrible. Boop. Here's the next one. Next up, feel free to vote on how you think Keir Sabal ranks amongst these 8 super rares. If you think it's last, if you think it's first, if you think it's anywhere, put it in the straw poll. I'm gonna vote as well. Dang, you guys are fast. I love it. You're quick on the draw. That makes things easy. I want that card to be good because 4 energy for 2/3/3s is pretty good. And then you can do weird things with it, like bring it back, you know, put it back in the bag and roll it again. I want it to be good, but it just doesn't feel very strong. Ring of Winter is up. Feel free, tell me what you think of Ring of Winter in the comments. Pop that down. Slap it on in. What do I have Ring of Winter at? I should have just pre-voted. I'm going to do that next week. I'm just going to vote ahead of time. And then I don't have to sit here and click along with... Well, I kind of like voting along with you guys. So pop in your Ring of Winter votes. Let me know what you think. I agree. I think Ring of Winter is awesome. If it didn't require NPCs to be in the... So sidekicks in the used, then it would be better. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's a really good point. If it just brought 2/3/3s out, that'd be awesome. 2/3/3s. There you go. 2/3/3s. Throw that on. I don't know. What would you throw that on? Like a team up team, so it gets the buffs alongside like uncommon. No, that's not. Alongside common boom boom, because you use an action. All right, moving on to Staff of the Forgotten One. Let me get the thing for that one. Oop, did I make a mistake? Nope. Staff of the Forgotten One is here. And sound off what you think this one is ranked. Clearly, this is the number 1, right? Clearly, it's the number 1. Did I not vote correct? I totally pressed the right one. Vote. Oh, that's weird. Refresh. There we go. And when we're done with voting through all of these, feel free to post your top 8, the way you would rank it out in the comments section in the chat, so that we can all compare at what we got. I'm going to post mine here once we go through all 8. Next up, the card we're building around, the best one of the 8, the Soulmonger. Let's do this. I think this is the Soulmonger link. Is it? It is. All right, vote that one. Dang, you guys are so fast. I love it. I love seeing that people already just jumped right in. Sweet. Easy. It's just easy. We don't even have to sit here and debate, right? We could, though. We could sit here and debate on what we think each of these are. While we do that, here's Triceratops. Pop this in. Boop. There's a basic action that does what Staff does. I don't think so. I can't think of a single basic action that does like that. That creates a when it takes damage, KO it kind of thing. I can't think of it. Sound off on what you think Triceratops is, and then we'll hit the next one. The next one is Vilandra. Just so that we all keep straight in our heads what we're voting for. And speaking of, here is Vilandra. Did I send that? Send. So feel free to vote on what you think Vilandra is, and I will as well. It's a good card. I don't know if it's good enough, but it's a good card. What is going on? Uh-oh. What happened to... Oh, psst. I'm stupid. Did I post the wrong one? I think I did. No. It's right here. Here we go. This is so fast that... oh, wow, we're split on Vilandra. Interesting. So fast that it doesn't register my vote. I like it. Okay, now let's vote for this stupid card. If it was -2/-2, it would be incredible. You're right. You're not wrong. It would be incredible. -1/-1 means no sidekicks, means no chump blockers. But I don't think this is the meta for it. which is sad because it's a cool card. All right, everyone, vote on this stupid card. That's not even a close one. Not even close. Not even close. All right. I'm going to let the votes kind of simmer and sit for a little bit. Just a pinch, and we're going to go over it. I'll make sure all these are, wow, 10 total votes. And there's 8 people watching. That's magical. Oh man, is the quality this bad? Cuz I'm looking at a screen of the screen. How's the quality on you guys' end? Is it bad? This looks terrible. Matt didn't screw up this time. All right, tell me in the comments, is the quality of the stream all pixelated and terrible? Or am I just seeing it as like really bad? Seems good. It looks a bit choppy. Looks good. I don't know if I like the speed in which I can read you guys' comments, but I don't love the oh, there you go. I don't love what I'm seeing on my end and the inconsistencies. Sorry, I'm sitting here refreshing all of the votes to make sure we have around the same. Oh, someone hate voted the Yanti Pureblood. Someone hate voted her. All right, let me see if I can show you what we see. Let's go and add a window capture. Click, click, click. All right. Ooh. That was easy. Guys, I'm excited to see what you guys come up with for the community build. I think that's a fun card to mess around with. Even though it's terrible, it's a fun card to mess around with. All right, so first up we have Doppelganger coming in 3rd, 4th, and 6th. If we just went based on, pure numbers of votes, oops, 5th, 4th, and 6th, sorry, then 5th would take it. But averaging these together in a moment might tell a different story. Kier Sabal coming in with 9 total votes. Most people think 6th. Most people think 6th on that one. Though 7th and 8th are right behind it. It basically sits in that back half. You could argue semantics. Ring of Winter, 7 total votes, so 2 people less voted on this one, but a very, very wide, very vast majority say 2nd best in the set. I agree with you guys. It is the 2nd best in the set. I'm right there with you. Staff of the Forgotten One is all over the board. That's a rainbow of colors right there, which I can kind of expect because there are some things that, there's some things that I kind of like about it and some things that really just kind of suck. So how it goes, that's how it goes. All right. The Soulmonger. Ooh, look at this. It was sitting at the least powerful. Now it's tied for 7th and 8th. It's tied for 7th, which is pretty cool. All right. Next up, Triceratops. Triceratops, consensus 3rd. I think I voted it 3rd as well. You get a body and you get to remove some stuff. I think it's 3rd also because you can pair it with Black Cat and KO, or keep level 3 things from being fielded, and then KO things that come out of level 1, which are sidekicks as well, which is pretty cool. Vilandra coming in a tied for 3rd as well. Not tied for 3rd. I guess it's tied with Triceratops for 3rd. So averaging this out, though, looking like it would have more 8th place votes. She's kind of all over the board as well. And I think the meta that she goes into is what makes her difficult to gauge. Because she goes into a meta that has a lot of physical damage or has a lot of fielding characters, like a Bard type meta. Not Bard, obviously, because that would be insane. But something like that that likes to push damage, then she makes a lot of difference. She's still a 6-drop, though, which is rough. And finally, the one person that hate votes, the Yanti Pureblood. Clearly the #1 best super rare ever released in this game. No, I'm just kidding. It's definitely the #1 super rare released in this set, though I will say that. She is super powerful, and the person that voted 8th probably just lost real hard. which is very easy to do. I'm not judging at all. Not at all. So, popping back here. This is clearly the number 1 card. Let me sit down, in fact, and do this. I will do a quick averaging on my phone. And I'll let you see while I average. So you can see me poring over another electronic device while I sit here and crunch some numbers. Talk amongst yourselves, you know. Talk about something. What do you guys want to talk about? The fact that... Let's talk about this, okay? Because I was going to talk about this next week, but there's no point. Let's just talk about it right now. How broken, on a scale of 1 to broken, is Yuan-Ti Pureblood? Talk amongst yourselves. How broken? And how do you fix it? If you're WizKids, and not even bashing WizKids, right? Because that has happened before. People do that all the time, right? Instead of doing that, let's instead say, how do we fix it? Like, let's pretend we're WizKids and we make the mistake of releasing this card, as powerful as it is, and it kind of pulls all the meta to it, and you either build a team on with this, or you build a team to beat this, and really nothing else in between. What do you do? Do you can it before WKOs? Do you ban it? Do you errata? What do you do with this card? How do you make it better? I like that pointer. I like that idea of just taking a tune off of it. I won't be able to look at what you guys are saying now because I am adding furiously on my phone. 49. Four plus 4. Basically, I just need to break the ties. That's all I really have to do. So, like, I need to know who's... So that's kind of a consensus. That one, 2, clearly. The staff is the tricky one. Man, the staff is the tricky one. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 5 is math. All right. Divided by 8. Divided by 9. All right, let's see. So this one's clearly number 1, obviously. We all know it's Yuan-Ti. Ring of Winter takes number 2 pretty solidly. This one gets that. Let's go over and do Doppelganger and just play it out. Plus 12, plus 18. Very interesting. Divided by 10. I don't remember if I put that. I think I did put that there. Doppelganger is exactly, when you average his numbers out, is exactly 5. That's his average ranking. Kier Sabal, let's see. 24 plus 14 plus 16 plus 5 divided by 9. 6.5. Kier Sabal coming in with the average of 6.5. Staff of the Forgotten One averaged 4.1, so it's kind of sitting right there. Soulmonger, 7 times 4 plus 4 plus. This one's not doing well. 67 divided by 2, 6.7. I'm going to try to pick up the pace so that we can get to the team building portion. I want to know what everyone thinks. What you put around it. 8 plus 2 plus 6 divided by 7. Really interesting. 3.5. 3.5. And then Vilandra to kind of break the tie to figure out where we all lay. 12 plus Dang. All right, so here's how it breaks down. And this kind of goes against, I think, what several people voted. It's very interesting. Yeah, post your rankings in the comments. Post how you broke it down. I'm very curious. So what did you guys say? Sorry, I had to step away for a second. Make it more expensive. Make it a 6 cost. Keep it strong. Make it less broken. When you purchase your first, that's exactly what I thought too. When you purchase your first action die, trigger all the attunes. That is 100%, because then you take off the combo of, for me at least, you take off the combo of just throw 3 1-cost actions and just boom, 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 buy all of that stuff with you know, a cube out. To me, that makes you know, so much sense. So that's what I would probably throw out there too. Changing the cost is fine. I think changing the cost is a little difficult in Dice Masters because obviously you're not getting the printing, you know, the reprint of it. You don't just like send your card in, they give you another one. And so you have to know that you're all of a sudden paying 3 and not 2. And if you're playing somebody, well, I guess if you're playing somebody and you're bringing super rare Yuan-Ti and it's a 3-drop, then, you know, shame on you if they don't know that super rare Yuan-Ti is amazing. But you have to remember that it's a 3 because you're not looking at it. Being able to just kind of cross out in your mind some text is fine, or change the ability in your mind. I guess it's all really kind of relative. So here's how it broke down. Yuan-Ti, obviously number 1. Number 2, let me see if I can find amongst the stuff here. Let's click around until I find Ring of Winter, number 2. Oh, duh, it's sitting right here in front of me. So Ring of Winter with a number comes in at number 2, and pretty handily, Ring of Winter number 2. And then the next one, I think we all kind of agree with the next one, which is Triceratops at number 3. This card's really good. Just generally really good. Yeah, I would avoid using her on casual tournaments as well. You pull her out on a casual tournament, you're gonna go away. Not upset, because you'll probably win. Everyone else will go away upset. Believe it or not, and I'm going to double check that this is the case, because that's kind of shocking. A little bit shocking. It's not the worst thing, or not the craziest thing. Believe it or not, Staff of the Forgotten One, coming in at number 4, rounding it out. All about that, man. I think that card's a lot of fun. And there's stuff that you can do with it as well, which, you know, make that earn its spot. All right, next up is not that one. Get out of here. Is Vilandra, coming in at number 5. Vilandra, once you average out everyone's thoughts, she ends up being the 5th highest rated. So enough people think that she's really good to counteract, to put her 5th, to counteract the people who didn't think that she was good enough for that. And then after that, we have a really close slotting. Oh, no, just kidding. After that is the very first card we talked about, which is Doppelganger. Doppelganger is 6th, averaged 6th, in right in that 5. Well, 5, I say. He earned 5 average points, whereas all of the ones before this earned, you know, anywhere between 1 and 4.9, because there was a literal 4.9 to his 5. So those two, Vilandra and him, are very close in everyone's minds. Coming up after him, so he's 6, is, I want to say Soul Monk. No, it's Kir Sabal. Kir Sabal is the, there it is the 7th, so the second worst of these super rares. I could see you going back and forth between this one and our last super rare, which is Soulmonger, if I can find Soulmonger. 5th, it's got to be this one. Yeah, Soulmonger is the is the worst super rare of this set. So let's build around it. Did I drop again? I think I'm dropping. I'm dropping frames. It keeps telling me that things get bad. So I'm hoping I'm not like looking terribly on you guys' end of things. So Let's go ahead and jump into this very first community build and see how it goes. It could go horribly, and I apologize if it does go horribly. I've tried to think about different ways for us to go about doing this, and the best way I could possibly think of to make it organized, or at least to give it us some semblance of organization, is for everybody, if you haven't done it already, to go to the link that I'm about to post and then just throw a bunch of cards that you think synergize well with Soulmonger. Okay, so you're, again, and we should look at this. Let's pull up Soulmonger. Here he is, right? Soulmonger says, it's a 3-cost mask action. It's an evil action, which is cool. At the end of your turn, is that what it says? Hold on. No, that's not that one. Nope, it's not that one. Yes, here we go. At the end of this turn, move each of your evil character dice that were KO'd this turn to your field zone at level 3. Okay, so you're assuming that you're KOing some stuff, and then you bring them right back at the end. And if you have it on the 1 and 6 double burst side, then you get the benefit of dealing your opponent 2 damage for each character die moved to the field this way. So what we're not doing is we're not sitting here and assuming that our opponent has everything at their disposal to stop our team. Okay, we're not going to sit here and say, well, they have Scarlet Witch and this and this and this and this. Right? We're just going to build a team that makes this thing work, because as we all have voted, this is the worst super rare of the set, and I didn't want to just like pick one random good super rare. I wanted us to build something that, you know, we have to use our brains a little bit to think around the problem, and the problem is, how do we make this not terrible? So let me pull up the Google form. We will pop on over into it. Thinking, go. All right, so here is the link. Everyone travel here, and I did put some stuff in the instructions portion on the top. You don't have to fill out a full team too. If you just go, I think Soulmonger works really well with this one card, then, and you don't want to think about anything past that one card, that's fine. That's fine. Throw that one card in, hit submit, and you'll be good to go. If you got a ton of other stuff, feel free to add that as well. So here's the submission form. If you have a full team, pop that in there. I know I submitted a full team just to put my voice out there. Ooh, look at this. We got 6 responses, like 6 people filling out stuff. Ooh, I like this. And I like the way that this displays as well. So we'll pull it up and all look together. Ah, yes. I think I'm the person that submitted this. Did I submit that one? Because that makes my heart happy. See, I'm already looking. I'm looking ahead. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm peeking at everyone's answers. Most of us have a lot of the same ideas, which is good to see. See, someone's put that one already. Very interesting. So clearly what we're going to need for this team is we're going to need some evil characters that we can KO, or that will get KO'd, because we want to get the value out of using the Soulmonger. Playing the Soulmonger, stuff gets KO'd via Fabricate, like people have mentioned, or really anything else. Bring them back onto the field. Hopefully on the 1 and 6 we get the damage side. So that's what we're looking to do, is we're looking to create some sort of value out of this card. So I'm going to give us another like 2-3 minutes to kind of go about punching in our answers for this stuff. I will, after 2 or 3 minutes, turn this into a spreadsheet, or a Google form. No, excuse me, a Google sheet. And I'll try to kind of mishmash, sort things based on the cards that were submitted. And the reason that I had people, excuse me, I'm going to cough real quick. Excuse me. The reason I had people punch in type in the same way, format their answers the same, is because I wanted to just grab these really quickly and sort them. Using see, someone said Hulk all the rage, but I don't know what Hulk that is. Sorry. Cosmic Cube. I'm assuming you're talking about Cosmic Cube, the rare. Someone just put Fabricate. Platinum Golem's not a card. Sorry. Dirt Golem's not a card. Sorry. See, some people playing by the rules. I like that. I like that, playing by the rules. Shriek is a good addition. Sure, of course. I threw a Tabaxi Rogue in there. I think that's a fun card. It's an evil character, and it is a it's got like a slight form of ramp or damage, excuse me, and ramp, which is a pretty cool card. I went very I think I only submitted D&D cards, including the two basic actions that I submitted. I think every card that I submitted was D&D, so I left off Shriek just because I went for something that was very thematic. Because I don't think you're taking, you're not going to a WKO and taking Soulmonger, so like I'm not going to submit Shriek personally. That's just me though. We're just here for fun. Truce, that's a good one. That's not the trigger that I used, but that's a really good one. I always forget that card exists. Truce is really good. That's good, pretty good. I forget that one exists. All right, one more minute. And then we will break this out and see what we all think. 9 responses. I love it. That's awesome. It's already going better than I expected. So only 4 responses for basic actions. No, scratch that. We've got a bunch in the basic action slot 1 submitted. 2 truces in that spot. I put Blessing. Just because I like Blessing. I really like that card. Throwback to Golden Age. And I should have said this too. I didn't specify, and I should have specified before we even started this whole thing between golden or modern. We don't have to. We could really just use either. We could do both. We could do a modern team and a golden team if there's enough golden submissions, and it looks like there's a lot. Yeah, someone got that good one. Someone put super rare Yanti. Actually, multiple people put super rare Yanti. That's not a bad choice. I put common Yanti. Renette Tilly is a good one. Oh, see, someone putting Renette Tilly with the subtitle. I can't sort like that. I got to sort it with C Renette Tilly, that sort of thing. I know Renette Tilly is part of the Teenage Mutant Turtles thing, so I apologize. That doesn't really, the format doesn't really fit in that instance, but that's really basically the only thing I could do. 11 responses. Here we go, man. It's like, that's a lot of people commenting. I like it. Forgot some cards at Talisman. Yep, Talisman of Ultimate Evil is my trigger. That's the way I'm doing it. Wipe their board, wipe my board, get my stuff back. Guaranteed, but it gets back at level 3. I think that's a cool combo. And the other thing you could do instead of that, or just, in addition to that, which would be insane and really bad, but throw on Batcave. That would be fun. Throw on Batcave and it pops back anyway. So Soulmonger kind of deals damage. Kind of redundant, I guess, for Soulmonger and Batcave to be the same. Kind of the same. Nevertheless, damage the opponent for each character you control that's KO'd. Oh, which one? See, I don't... Which Hulk is this? Oh, yeah, Defender's Team Pack. That's true. Batcave is not necessary. I don't know why I crossed that over in my head. 100% right. Marvel, Defender's Team Pack. All the Rage, I think, is the one that was submitted. Yeah, I like that. 7-drop. 7-drop shield character. 8/8 on top. You just got to get it out there. But yeah, that's not bad. That's sweet. All right, I'm going to close that up, and then we're going to take a look. You can keep submitting, but I'm not going to be able to see them, so I apologize if you're still punching in. I'll give you a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm no longer accepting responses. Boom. Create a new spreadsheet. Create. All right. So here's what we got. And this is the raw data. I'm going to show it to you alongside me. We can look together. Boom. No, that's not it. Where is it? I'll just add a new one. Window capture, sure. Nope. Where are you at? This one. Okay. Wow, let's make it real big. All right, so here's what we've got submitted. Notice I did not ask you to submit your names because that does not matter. Your submissions can stay secret. It's not a big deal. So if we were to sit here and just kind of chunk this out, take these down here, take these as well. So here's all of the submissions for basic actions. Let's sort through them. A to Z, sure. All right, so going down, we've got Magic Missile pops up twice. Got Res pops up twice. Truce pops up 4 times. So Truce is definitely one of the ones we're doing. Truce. Boom. Magic Missile or Resurrection. The rest of these: Big Entrance, Blessing, Cone of Cold, End of Days, Haymaker, Improvised Weapon. All right, so these two are the ones that were double voted for. I took all of the basic actions 1 and basic actions 2 column. So sound off. You want Magic Missile or Resurrection? This is the very first community choice. Let me know. Just post a comment in the thing. Which one do you want? Res. One person says Res. What else we got? Wait. Yeah, we could wait. Sure, we could do that. Res for ramp, Res for ramp. Res, you need some ramp, Res, sure. A lot of people say Res. So we'll slap on Res there, and then we'll go back to it if we realize that Magic Missile, we need the ping for something. So Magic Missile is our backup. All right, so we got Truce and Res. All right, those are our basic actions. I'm going to pop these back up here. This is going to be our team list. Typing with one hand, like a boss. All right, this stuff, stay down there. Okay, now the uncomfortable part. How best to do this? Just basically just take all of this. See, what I need is an array, but I'm not going to sit here and build an array. I'm just going to do this really terribly. Let's go, everybody. It's time. See, this is, again, where it falls back to really good if you sorted based on, or if you organized your cards with that little format, because the format, people who put Dirt Golem, get out of here. It's not even a card. I can't sort that. I'm just going to go through here and like clean everything now. All right, so, oops. So this giant list is every single card submitted by all of us. So let's take and sort it. Doesn't matter how we sort it. This person put a space. Oops. Let's try again. That's not a thing. Let's just go ahead and clean. Amber Golem. Let's just call it the common Amber Golem. Or we'll do the rare one because the rare one's sick. Batiri Battle Stack, we'll say common because the common one is sick. So that's 2. Oops. This person wanted common Amber Golem, so we'll make this one a common Amber Golem. Looks like a lot of people voted for the Batiri Battle Stack. I like that. Any Fabricate, take that part off. Sorry if I'm editing your stuff, but sorting reasons. Yes, we know it's going to be that one. The other ones are bad. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, we get it. It's certainly not the other Doppelganger. From the team pack, Shriek, we know which one it is. Common Stick. Oh, I'd have to go back and look at that one. A lot of common Yanti Purebloods, Clay Golem. We're just going to give it 1. Common. Oops, I pressed a thing. There. Cosmic Cube, because of course. Dirt Golem isn't a thing. Flesh Golem, we'll just say the common. We'll just kind of slap those down. Hulk, we'll just leave it like that. We know which one now. Limited Wish. Which one? Whoever put Limited Wish, which one? I'm just going to say common right now. Limited Wish. Ooh, this person said rare. Let's make this person say rare too. If I'm editing your thing and you don't want it edited, you know. Extra KO, missile, extra KO triggers, but we can wait to this true. Dirt Golem's not a thing. I don't think that's even a thing in Is Dirt Golem a thing in D&D? I am fairly certain it's not. SR Malekith. None of these. All of these are Stone Golem. You're common now. Congrats. Tabaxi Rogue. Someone join me. I like it. Tabaxi Rogue. Uncommon Collector. Follow the rules, people. UC Collector. Don't you know? I like the rare zombie a lot. I think don't have that card. I want that card. All right, now let's resort. Click, resort. Like the uncommon kobold here. That's a throwback. Oh, that hits me right in the nostalgia. All right, so oh my lord, Batiri battle stack is heavily voted for. A lot of flesh golems. Basically, just let's do it like this. Let's pull all of the golems over here. Every golem that we could see, because we get it. It's basically we all know a golem's gonna be one of them, right? Golem. A lot of people say Shriek, so let's put Shriek there. We got where's that Renette Tilly that was down here? Rip is clearly there. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Tabaxi Rogue voted twice. Flesh Golem, yeah, we already said golems. Shriek is on there. Tabaxi. We'll throw Tabaxi over there. We don't have to actually put him on. Common Yanti Pureblood, sure. Chwinga, Cosmic Cube, Hulk, Rare Clay Golem. Oh, we already talked about Golem. Cosmic Cube, again. This is supposed to say Rare Cosmic Cube. Dwarf Wizard, Felicity Smoke, Rare Nowhere. Ooh, interesting. I want to see some of your builds. I hope you all have an individual build based on the cards that you've submitted. Renette Tilly. There's that Renette Tilly again. I think that's a really important card. If you have not seen that Renette Tilly, I think that's very important. Mr. Miracle is a good one to give it Boomerang. Throw him up there because he's got 2 votes, 2 submissions. Talisman. Oh man, no one else. Makes me sad. Uncommon Acerarak. That's a good one for the ability. Global. Basilisk. What does the uncommon Basilisk do? I'm totally blanking on that one. I gotta look this up real quick. Tomb of Annihilation Basilisk. The uncommon has deadly, and when it attacks, target opposing character die must block this turn. When it attacks. So you can remove something that wasn't removed via your trigger, which is interesting. All right, so if we're looking at the cards that got multiple votes, and if you saw one on here that, any golem, if you saw one on here that I missed that got multiple votes that I did not throw on here, let me know. Got that one. I guess the Cosmic Cube technically got multiple votes. Rip, yep. Renette Tilly, I threw up there. No, I did not. I need to throw that up. That got 2 votes, just like Cube. I think that's everything, yeah. Okay, so we already have Truce on this team. These are the cards that got multiple votes from multiple of us, from all of us. Let's get these. Oh, don't forget these ones. So here we are. Oh, I did. Yeah, there we go. All right, so looking at this, and it's kind of messy. I apologize. I'm not going to sit here and organize it in front of you without talking about it. So let's at least talk about it, right? We already have Soulmonger down. So Soulmonger is, boom, one of them. Dirt Golem got some votes in chat. I'm sorry. No, we're not putting a fake card in the team, guys. It doesn't work. There is no card. What would we do with it? We don't even know what fabricated is. Who knows? Okay, fine. It's on the team. It's the 9th card on the team. It is our, forget Resurrection. New basic action. Showing up in the Avengers Infinity set. Dirt Golem. There it is. All right, so there's just a billion votes for Batiri Battle Stack. I don't think we need to really even argue that point. I think we just put that in there. We all, well, not all, but a lot of us agreed a golem needs to be on there for Fabricate. So talk in the comments, which golem do we want to put on? Which golem do we want on this team? If it were me, I think I slapped on, because Battery Battle Stack is a 2 cost, I slapped on any of the golems that had Fabricate 2/4. That was my kind of just hard and fast rule. So Fabricate 2/4, Fabricate 1/0 for Dirt Golem. That would be sick. And his stat line's like a 1/1, a 1/1, and a 1/2. That's Dirt Golem. There you go. Congratulations. That's the one I put on. I put on the Common Stone Golem because he reduces the damage. I think that's 2/4 as well, right? Common Stone Golem. Help me out, everybody. Is that a 2/4? Fabricate. Common Stone Golem. Where you at? Stone Golem. He is. He's a 2/4, yep. And he prevents 1 combat damage to you from attacking character dice each turn, which is pretty sick. But you have to get 3 out. What does that mean? Iron is a 3/5. Oh, yeah. Yep, you do get the you get the higher value, but you do have to get to the 3, and you have to do it at the same time as you wanting to use the action. So it's probably better to get your 4 Battery Battle Stacks out, right, and then fabricate them all at the same time and bring them all back. Or you just do it at 2 at a time in multiples, which would be pretty sick. All right, so Battery, let's throw on, since we're kind of in agreement. Some people are talking about Stone Golem, Common Stone Golem. All right, so we're going to pop that one there. If you want to make your own changes to that, that's totally fine. There are other golems to choose. Like the Iron Golem that reduces damage dealt to you is pretty cool. All right, there were several people that voted Shriek. Really, there were a lot of people that voted Common Yuan-Ti Pureblood, which we can just throw on there because there were so many people. I think there was like, what was up here? 3. Oh, that was less than I thought. No, 4. Oh, no, that's super rare. Get out of here with your super rare. So that one goes on. Let's throw that one because that's one of the only ones that has 3 votes as well. Uncommon Acererak. That had 2 votes. Rip Hunters had 1 billion, so Rip Hunter goes on. Whether you like it or not, Rip Hunter goes on. I think that's fine. I'm going to remove all this stuff because now we know. Oh, Shriek. Okay, sound out. Do we want Shriek on the team? Yes or no? Shriek. Are we putting Shriek on the team? Yay to nay. Shriek on the team. Well, here's the thing about the cube, though, guys. The cube is great, except the Soulmonger only hits the damage side 1 out of 6 times. You know? So expecting the damage from the Soulmonger, it's low. The chance is low. No to Shriek. No to Shriek. No to Shriek. Sure, why not? Yes to Shriek. No, yes. Straw poll time. Vote. Here we go. Shriek. Yes. No. This, and I am not allowing multiple options. You can't have a yes and a no. You must select. How competitive is the team going to be? It's going to be casual, but you want to win. I think that's the best way to say it. It's casual, but you want to win. So if you feel like in your current meta, or like your casual scene, if you feel like people are going to be running Shriek and you need to Shriek their Shriek, or if you feel like it cannot be, yes, I know, yeah, she goes on. I think Renette Tilly needs a spot because of exactly what you're talking about. That was a leading question, leading statement that I was making earlier towards her. What was I saying? If you feel like your meta requires you to play Shriek, or if you feel like this team is so bad that you need to put Shriek on the team so that you can at least win, then sound off. I'm going to throw yes. Why not? Oh, I broke a tie. Look at me. Look at me throwing yes. Look at that. Let's refresh the votes. Oh, yes. All right, looks like Shriek's on. We don't have many slots left, everybody. Where is this? All right, so that means Shriek is here, ready to party. Shriek, where you at? Common Shriek. There you at. Okay. We have 2 slots left. Only 2. And Cosmic Cube's not there yet. So let's talk about the overarching strategy thus far. All right. So we have Dirt Golem and Truce on our basic actions, right? So clearly we're going to Truce our guys, you know, KO up to 2 of ours to KO up to 2 of theirs. It's a 3-cost action. So I guess that's pretty cool. We're going to buy a ton of Batiri Battle Stack dice. We're going to buy 4 of them. And we're going to be constantly fabricating them and trucing them, removing our opponent's stuff and building up our own golems. And every time that we do that, we're trying to line it up alongside Soulmonger so that we can at least get some of that value back. Bring those guys back. We can do it every turn. So things that we need. We have Kaminyati Pureblood, who goes in for unblockable damage alongside each trigger of Truce and alongside each trigger of Soulmonger. We've got Rip Hunter's Chalkboard for consistency and being able to buy what we need and get what we need. We've got Shriek because we don't want to lose to something shenanigan-y, I guess. Oh, what does Shriek even matter on this team? What are they blanking? I mean, are they blanking Yanti Pureblood? Because you're quote unquote okay, she's blanking exactly Scarlet Witch. Because your main 2 pieces are both actions. You know, and if common Scarlet Witch is across the table from you against you, then you just totally wipe. You just scoop and just play another team. Yeah, it's not for the way I'm thinking about it now. Shriek is not there for blanking another Shriek or anything like that. They could Shriek your Golem. Ooh, they could Shriek your Golem. That's a good point. They could Shriek your Golem. The goal is Soulmonger damage. It could be. Could also be Soulmonger value and pushing board clear. Common Crystal. What does the Common Crystal do? But it's not evil either, so we can't cycle it. Right now, the only thing we have to cycle is Yanti Pureblood and Batiri Battle Stack. And everything else is blah. Common Crystal has a tune? No, she doesn't. Crystal. Oh, reroll the action an additional time. See, but this is during the roll and reroll step, which means she does not counter. Why can't I think of the name? Scarlet Witch, guys. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Yes, she doesn't help against Witch because she only triggers during the roll and reroll, and that's when Witch is active. So she doesn't give you that roll. Uncommon Acerarak does though, and it means you don't have to run Parallax. One of those things. That's a really good option, which is one of the things that was voted for in 2 parts. So here we have that. All right, so cube damage, or cube ups the damage, certainly. That makes 3 actions we need to be able to cycle and rotate. So if we're putting cube on, we have 3 actions, and we need some way to either guarantee that we roll them consistently, constantly. We need some heavy ramp, something. I feel like, man, we need like 9 card slots on this team to make this thing work. Or maybe we trim Truce or Stone Golem. Like one of these 2 goes away and we use that spot for ramp or for consistency, dice consistency. DRS Scarlet Witch. The Doctor. Oh, the one that allows you to ramp. Or which one is that? It's Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch. Oh yeah, the pay to prep one. Sure. You have to pay 1 to prep it, yeah. Getting Truce and Soulmonger at the same time more than once is going to be impossible unless you field all your sidekicks. That's a very real possibility. It's like we have nothing to thin the bag. We just kind of have to hope. We need something on this slot to either allow us to cycle. So here's what I was thinking. And I had this in mind, but I didn't vote for it, and I should have. Where is it? I'm pretty sure this is how the global... Well, no, because that only applies... I was going to say the global on... Oh, what's the card? The global on Beholder from the Faerun Under Siege set allows you to prep a... or not prep, but delay the playing of a spell die. But these are not spell die. Spell dice. So that one doesn't work. Sadly, I was really sad to see that come back and not be the same as the Battle for Faerun version, which would have been cool. Yeah, I think we do need to add Scarlet Witch. I know no one voted for it, but I think that's 100% the case. It's either that one or it's, you know, I don't know what else. I don't know what else there is that does that anymore. Sound off. Is there anything else that does that? That allows you to prep whatever you played? I'm putting her on there. Commons. No, I'll say Scarlet Witch Hex Bolts. Because we need a way to prep our and line up our actions all at the same time. All right, we have one slot. So do we put... So Mr. Miracle kind of does that, right? Doesn't he? Mr. Miracle. Yeah, 50% of the time. It's almost like you'd rather pay the one guaranteed than roll poorly. Yeah. We don't have any ramp, guys. We cut Resurrection for Dirt Golem, so I don't know where we're going. Downhill. We're going downhill fast. So we can take off Mr. Miracle in place of Scarlet Witch Hex Bolts. They're both sort of the same thing. One is more reliable. Because you're more likely to have one energy than you are to roll 50%. So what are we doing here? Last slot. Renette Tilly. I think we go with Renette Tilly, right? Renette Tilly. Is it back in the bag? Oh, yeah. Super rare Malekith. That's right. Grodd. So, okay. We are... So Renette Tilly, if we're going for damage, is a good point. But again, if we're going for damage, then we need to cut something and put Cosmic Cube on. And then hope that we can line everything up. Can I change Dirt Golem back to Res, everyone? Or are we staying with Dirt Golem? Are we just going to create that card? Someone want to whip that up? I mean, I do like little Photoshop stuff. All right, let's do this. Let's do Renette Tilly here, and let's cut. Oh man, what do you cut though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost just cut Shriek, right? And put Cube there. Yuan-Ti Pureblood is your backup win con. Do you really need a backup win con? Not with the consistency that you have here, am I right? Let's do it. Let's cut Shriek. Let's say no Shriek. And let's put Cube there. Because that's a card that everyone loves. No one hates Cosmic Cube Rare. Everybody loves that one. Alright, so we got Res. We've got Truce. The goal is to use Res a bunch so that we can at least thin our bag a little bit. Because we don't have any other forms of ramp. We've got Truce. I guess you can call that a form of ramp because you're KOing your guys. But you're trying to combo that alongside... the number one card on this team, which is Soulmonger. You've got common Battery Battle Stack that you're going to be using to KO. You're going to use Truce on these Battery Battle Stacks. You're going to also use these you know, truces or these battle stacks to pull out, fabricate for some stone golems. The golems don't matter. You're just fabricating for the KO ability and bringing them back on level 3, so you can do it all again. You're going to be getting Scarlet Witch Hex Bolts pretty early so that you can cycle. At some point, you'll probably grab a Renette Tilly so that you can start actually dealing damage with the combo. That's probably a backup win con as well. Are they, 1, 2... So, like, there's 3 cards on here that kind of... So this is a backup win con by itself, Yuan-Ti Pureblood. It's not doing much damage, but it's unblockable, unless your opponent brings some sort of a blink back. Cosmic Cube and Renette Tilly is like a tertiary backup, like a third backup win con. And then Chalkboard, because we have Batiri Battle Stack, that's a 2. Yuan-Ti, that's a 2. Scarlet Witch and Renette Tilly are both 3s. Cube is a 2, so you can rip stuff over. I think this obviously is like, let's color code. Organization. Green. That's a keep. This is clearly a keep. Everybody agrees on that one. Truce is a keep. Res is a keep. Hex Bolts is a keep. Would we agree? Tell me, what are keeps? Say it in the... Can't see the whole team. Oh, is it blocked off? Ooh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I feel terrible. I've been editing this whole time. I am so bad. Hey, everyone. Let's do it like that. I'll reorganize it even better so that we can see it nice and large. This goes over here. Those are our basic actions. Now, these are our team pieces. I feel terrible, guys. I'm sorry. Should have told me I was not on screen. I'm an idiot. There. All right, so this is our list. Here's what we got. This right here. Now I'll make it bigger so that you can see. And we'll pop it right there. All right, that's what we're looking at. The greens are keeps. Stone Golem, because the secondary abilities allows us not to even have to buy Truce to a certain extent. We have four procs of that. Are we bringing 4 dice for that? We're bringing 4 Batiris, certainly. Let's pretend we're bringing 3 Yuan-Tis. We're bringing 1 of those. We're bringing 1 Soulmonger. We should probably put Soulmonger on this list. Let's cut Soulmonger. Let's do it. Just cut it. Just get it out. There we go. All right, so obviously we only bring 1 of those. So this leaves 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. Probably want, what, 2 of these, 2 of these, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 3 of those, 3 cubes. How's that breakdown look? And what do we change? 1 more evil with Attune. You know, Attune's not a bad idea. It's the Renette that allows you to, when they roll an action face on it, you can spin it to a different action face. So you guarantee the proc on the 1 and 6 double burst side of Soulmonger, which is pretty cool. So, final comments before we put a bow on this thing. What do we think? What final changes before we put a bow on this thing? Do we like the Yuan-Ti Pureblood, Cosmic Cube, Renette Tilly, like 3 win conditions? This win condition is so weak of just like getting the board and hitting him that it kind of makes sense. It's just going to be generally a slow team. Because you have to buy Soulmonger, you have to buy... I think you do. You have to buy Scarlet Witch. You have to buy a bunch of Batiri battle stacks. Oh, we didn't even mention. Okay, so Batiri battle stack has Swarm. You could just use it as Swarm until you want to start KOing it. That's not a bad play. Common Yuan-Ti Pureblood. You're gonna buy like. What's your buy order? You're buying like 2 of these first. Or you're like, yeah, you're buying 2 of these and then you're buying 1 with a chalkboard. No, you're probably buying one with a chalkboard and then two of these in that order. So you can feel this one first. Get the ramp. Buying Scarlet Witch Hex Bolts and Soulmonger next. On like turn 3. So that you can start doing that thing. Something like that, right? That's a decent buy order. Swap res for big entrance. I mean, big entrance is okay. Swap res for big entrance. What do you cut on this team for a guy with a tune? What do you cut for Zendala? So Zendala's good, but we don't have 9 slots. So what do you cut? You got to announce. If you want to make a change, tell what you pull out and what you put in. I suggested the Queen Grab Stab. I think the rare one is the one I suggested. Let's see. Queen Grab Stab. Opponents can't target your character dice with purchase cost 2 or less with action dice or abilities. How sick is that? Cut chalkboard, bring Zendala. That's not bad. So if we cut chalkboard, let me make sure I'm still on screen. Yep. Cut chalkboard. So instead of chalkboard here, even though a lot of people voted for it, chalkboard is one of those cuttable cards. Which is Zendala? Which Zendala? Certainly not the common one. Don't give him the global that removes your alignment. Uncommon? Because of the 3? I don't know. Number 4. The 4 cost rare is pretty good. It does give it to your opponent. You're right. Well, we don't really have much control on here already. Why not Vigilante Justice? Isn't that just like a ping 1? Vigilante Justice? Vigilante Justice. Yeah, that's nice. That's a good one. Instead of Truce, Vigilante Justice is legit. Yeah, I agree. That was not the ping one that I was thinking. All right, so instead of this one, we're putting on what? It was, what'd you guys say? Zendala, uncommon. Uncommon Zendala. Now we got to cut some dice in order to get her. We don't need 2 Renette Tillys. We can get by with 1 Renette Tilly. That gives us 2 dice to put towards Zendala. So 8, 19, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so there's that. I am totally in favor with cutting Truce and going Vigilante Justice. What do you guys think? Look that card up. Here, I'll even do it for you. Vigilante Justice Dice Masters. Boom. Boom. Can you see this? Can you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that? Can you see this? Look at that. When one of your character dice is KO'd this turn, and when, in this case, meaning whenever, because they've kind of established that being the case, KO and target opposing non-Batman character die, which is pretty cool. Do this. They even put it in parentheses. Do this once for each of your character dice KO'd. That is a 3-drop better than Truce, because it's not a trade 2 for 2. It's a I KO 4 my guys, you KO 4 of yours. As long as they're not Batman. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. All right, we're cutting Truce. Sorry everyone, Truce is awesome, but this is even awesomer for exactly what we're doing, which is KOing a bunch of our stuff and causing it to just destroy their board. All right, Truce, you're gone. Vigilante Justice. Whoever threw that out there, you, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar, and we applaud you. I love it. That makes it feel a lot better, too. Because I could pay 3 to KO 4 things. And then do that again next turn. And then do that again next turn. Ooh, that feels very control-y. That feels way more control-y than just truce. KO2, KO2. Yes, and if it's a Batman team, you just fabricate. Make the worst team never? No. Okay, so before we start talking about what we're doing next one, let's just let's put the bow on this one. All right, so here's the team. We've got Rez because shields. We need something to do with shields, and it gives us a little bit of ramp. We've got Vigilante Justice now, which is super sick. Common Batiri Battle Stack, 4 of. Common Stone Golem, 4 of. We need 4 procs so that we can do that whenever we want. Common Yanti Pureblood, we only have 3 of, but you're probably not buying all 3. She has a 2, though. Uncommon Zandala, because she's a 3-drop that has a tune. We're using a ton of actions. That makes sense. That's a nice little backup. Yeah. Rare Cosmic Cube, because now that attune does 3, which is pretty sick as well. Hex Bolts allows us to, like we're rolling Cosmic Cube. We're obviously rolling Soulmonger. We're possibly rolling Vigilante Justice. That's 3 different actions that we're trying to line up and use near the same time or on the same turn. So being able to pay 1 to prep a used action is great. Common Renette Tilly for consistency on the actual damage dealing portion of this. Now that we have these really nice backup win cons of like Uncommon Zendala, Vigilante Justice to clear their board, that sort of thing, this might be the flex spot alongside, well no, this just straight up might be the flex spot. But she allows damage to be dealt via Soulmonger, which uses the actual card that we started with to its fullest potential. So rounding out the team obviously is Soulmonger. Man, guys, that was a lot of fun. I like that. That was a lot of fun. And I like the idea. Ooh, this is a good idea thrown out there for Vigilante Justice alongside Chwinga and Momentum. That's pretty cool. This is a cool team. It's not a very competitive team, but this would be a lot of fun to just sit down and try to win with. This is one of those teams where it's it's not a top tier, not a great team, but it would be really fun to mess around with and play. I like it. I'm gonna make a little graphic for this team and post it on the Dice Masters Unlimited page and show everybody our handiwork. I think there's 11 people now, but there were like 15 people at one time just hanging out. That's awesome. That's the whole point, right? The whole point of all this is to just hang out and make fun stuff with Dice Masters, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed your time. Now that we are done with all of the things for the day, let's pop back over here. Next week's community build. Beat this card. Build a team that beats this card, okay? Because we need to know that going into WKOs, okay? And you can include this card on the team. And yes, if you just want a net deck and just throw on like James Blor's team, that's fine. Whatever. If that's your choice. Build a team that beats this card. Let's put 20 people's brains together and go beat the card, right? So that was my thought. Let's do it. I am all about trying to make this not broken. If we can somehow find a way to make it to where WizKids does not have to errata the card before people start, going crazy, I'm all about that, right? If we can, as a community, be good enough that a really, really good card, like a broken card, is not insurmountable, then I will take it. And then in 2 weeks, we can do what Bandito wants to do and build the worst team ever. But we already know that one, guys. The worst team ever. It's 8 times, like the ones that deal you damage. Just throw on all those 8s. Makes sense. I hope you guys had a fun time. I'm going to go get some rest because I actually have to go to work tomorrow. My son has eye drops for his eyes, and he has a doctor's note that says he's cleared to go to daycare. So that means I get to go and actually do my work, which is awesome because I got some stuff I need to work on with some of my kids. So I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out and doing these 3 things. If you have any more turn 4 win condition-y things, post those or send those in a message to me on Facebook. Stephen Cookus, message me. So if you have any of those that you want featured, I have one lined up for next week. If you want to submit me another one, that'd be great. Before we go, super rares for next week. What do you want to do? Which ones? People probably already started leaving. I'm sorry. No, they didn't. Hey, super rares for next week. What set? Throw out a set. We haven't done Guardians. You want to do Guardians? Anyone want to do that one? Guardians of the Galaxy? No? Yeah. What else? Let's just do Guardians. That's easy. I mean, so that would mean we'd have Thor done. We'd have TOA. We'd have First Class, Guardians, once we do that one. And then, what came before Guardians? Why is my brain blanking? Batman. We haven't done Batman. Let's do Guardians, and then we'll do Batman. Guardians set. That's next week. So we'll do that, and then we'll try to find a way to keep Yanti from just destroying everybody. We'll work our way back to Deadpool, too, because I like the Deadpool super rares to a certain extent. Some of them. Except Deadpool, which kind of sucks, right? The fact that his own set has a terrible version of it for super rare. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good evening. Pow.